One of the most important aspects of your small business bookkeeping is maintaining a complete and organized set of records for tax purposes. Not only does it allow you to optimize your tax deductions, it also helps streamline the audit process and prevent costly tax penalties. Simplifying your tax record keeping comes down to the fundamental task of gathering, documenting, filing, and reporting the right paperwork. Hi, I'm Karen Kinsinger. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, I'm an online bookkeeper that specializes in helping service-based entrepreneurs go from being stressed out and frustrated about their bookkeeping to having peace of mind and a stress-free tax season. Today we're talking about how you can simplify your tax record keeping. But first, let's talk about some of the tax record keeping basics. The IRS is less concerned about whether your business records are stored digitally or as hard paper copies, but they do require that all documents, anything from canceled checks and credit card slips to employee payroll forms, are legible. A few additional points that they advise you to keep in mind when organizing your tax records are: 1. Any documents that support income, deductions, or credits claimed on your tax return need to be kept until the period of limitations on that return expires. This can vary, but it refers to the period of time after filing a return during which you're entitled to submit an amended return, and they're entitled to assess additional tax. 2. It's a good idea to keep your copies of previously filed tax returns with your original documents. This will help you in the preparation of future returns and will also provide easy reference in the event that you need to file an amended return. And 3, even once your records are no longer needed to file your income tax, you may still need to keep them for your insurance or loan purposes. Remember that when you're audited, your business is responsible for providing proof for any tax-related claims. Make sure that you have the records to back up those claims and that they're complete and easy to access. Avoid reporting deductions without proper documentation to support it, no matter how legitimate it is. Next, let's talk about some of the common source documents for business tax purposes. Now, source documents are simply your original transactions that serve as a paper trail to support your bookkeeping transactions. These documents are key to simplifying your tax record keeping and being able to provide evidence of your income and expenses. That being said, it's important for you to set up and enforce policies and procedures within your company to ensure that the essential documents are being gathered or generated. Now let's take a look at some of the most common sources of tax-related documents. One is your business income. The IRS states that your business income may include the following: monies received from the sale of products or services, fees received from the regular practice of a profession, rents received by a person in the real estate business, and payments received in the form of property and services, which must be reported at fair market value. Regardless of any source of your income, you'll need a system that allows you to track and manage your company's sales invoices and receipts, cash register tapes, bank deposit slips, fee statements, and client contracts in order to prove business income. Another source document are your business expenses. Since business expenses are the biggest source of your tax deduction claims, the records that support those expenses need careful attention. Your document should identify who you paid and the payment dates and amounts at minimum, but it may also take the form of canceled checks, supplier invoices, statements and payment receipts, cash register tapes, credit card receipts and statements, or petty cash slips. If you're still relying on hard paper copies, you should consider storing backup copies of these documents in a secure location that is separate from your regular place of business. Another source document is electronic transactions. It goes without saying that many of today's commercial transactions are done electronically. If you make purchases or pay your bills by credit or debit cards or electronic fund transfers, the statement that your bank or other financial institution issues can serve as source documents. Just as with your expense records, these statements need to clearly identify who your company made a payment to, the amounts that were charged, and the date of that transaction. But the proof of payment alone doesn't entitle your business to claim an expense or tax deduction. In general, your ordinary business expenses do not include personal expenses, capital expenses, and expenses that contribute to your cost of goods sold. If you're not sure what qualifies as a deductible expense, please check with your accounting professional. If you don't have an accounting professional, please reach out to me and I'd be more than happy to help you in any way that I can. Another form of source documents are your employee payroll. Your record keeping obligations increase when your business employs other people because of having to report, withhold, and remit accurate tax amount to the governments on your employee behalf. The source documents involved in employment tax record keeping are often extensive and must be kept for a minimum of 4 years according to the IRS. The IRS website gives you a full list of potential payroll documents that you need to keep, whether it's amounts and dates of wage and pension payments or records of sick pay and fringe benefits. And I'll leave a link to that list in the video's description. So, in conclusion, the ability to complete and file an accurate tax return year after year is a result of an efficient record-keeping system. For best results, you can simplify your approach by making sure that you're using the right accounting software for your business and by outsourcing any tax-related accounting duties to a professional with proven expertise within your industry. My personal favorite accounting software is QuickBooks Online because it can provide you with improved productivity, real-time collaboration with your bookkeeping or accounting professional, and it gives you the capability of utilizing any add-on apps to help you improve your company's performance as you grow. I hope these tips have been helpful in clearing up any confusion on what kind of documents you need to keep for tax purposes. If you need any additional help from a bookkeeping professional, I encourage you to book a free discovery call with me, and we'll discuss where you are in your business, where you'd like to be, any additional questions that you have, and what your bookkeeping needs might be. So if that sounds like you, book your free discovery call with me using the link in the video's description, and I look forward to chatting with you very soon.